We got a guest with us tonight, not fired, Police Chief Mark Rigglesworth. So he's going to give us a talk later on and let us know what's going on in the police department and maybe tell us a little bit about himself too. So we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And our Lions Prayer, which is also on the agenda, if you can't read the flag back there. We stand
to offer thanks and praise to the giver of all goods, and may you fill our hearts with the spirit of brotherhood.
Amen. Okay, I guess we're ready to go on to dinner then. We'll start with our table with the guests, and then we'll go this way around the room.
I didn't want to miss out.
Get up.
No, I haven't seen that.
They say don't stand on ceremony, stand on the floor.
But I've only been 4 hours. I went up today and this morning early after. Yeah, where are you sitting? Oh, really? Oh, wow. I know Blue One was up getting the tree stand, thank you.
That's a good idea, don't do that.
What'd you do? Don't do that again.
About what?
And that's another reason.
I know, right? I wonder.
If I ain't working, I didn't know if I'd be around to flip over.
I said I could give 100 now.
I guess it, this usually Swipe's timeline, because they were changing things around, that it was going to go. It's good.
I think it tastes good.
That's the last I heard of football.
You want to go get
They're
Roy?
gonna take it down but I'll they gotta buy it.
Oh, we're next. You want me to get yours? You go walk up there.
Must be Sid and Tony are working.
Must be, it's too wet to be car racing right now, but they have cars support on time like this.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, Kevin Joseph, is on Facebook, and he posted one, he had this speedometer in there, it was like 7 miles an hour. So they took it out of there.
Uh-huh, oh, too bad.
Yeah, so that was my guess.
Yeah. I put all my.
How do you use this for preparing?
Yeah.
Not invasive, I do that.
Hi, Jamie, are you ready for basketball?
Some of the guys. Rick. He's a heavy guy.
I think they're all catching up quickly.
Jamie,
Yeah, so my retirement party.
There's the Creeper County, and then that real white one is ranch. The one that's more yellow is.
Got your ladies all picked up?
No, they're down
Do events in the gym. I went to a wedding there, which made us think of it. It was really nice. Yeah, that's right.
My wife and my son's girlfriend were goodie bags for the dog treats. So, the students are giving away.
That's what she said.
It's a really, really nice place.
You could have invited her.
Anybody that had a ticket, I don't know.
We get a rotisserie chicken or I have an occasion.
No.
The west side probably has something in there.
I mean, much as the jobs have changed,
Fairview Corners, it's got pizza slices that are actually not bad. That's no They got sandwiches out there too. And you know, and you'll be buying it from this side.
Kendra,
Recorded.
Sarah said,
Like I,
that tried to take a picture of her stuff.
the weather is perfect, you know, not much going on, you know, and that.
right?
Yeah, they had.
First had a BT.
Culinary instructor friend
Came out.
used to tell me.
Trailer.
We did all the pork Back in the early seventies, I worked as a dishwasher for Jim Stiffy. If you go back, remember that far back.
I worked at that one night, and it was terrible. Nasty. There was nobody there to speak of, and it was cold, and, it was terrible.
Give me stuff to do.
I think giving time's great. Like put the computer on the table and say, "Here's something rotary."
Double place?
Yeah.
No longer able to, because they're trying to draw down.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're reading that.
So when you
We'll have an officer back.
They make you do it here, right? Put it in it.
Good. December, we don't even have, all we have is.
Oh, right.
Before.
Well, it's not about applying at the academy, it's about applying at the department head sponsor.
Yeah.
They don't have anybody else.
We've only got one meeting in November.
Academies are all sponsored.
Yeah, most years, couple years, the fourth Wednesdays happen the week after Thanksgiving. And we had it.
Does that mean you pay for the academy?
Yeah. That,
Anybody who's going to the academy on their own, you know.
I think we're just kind of transitioning right now. My son's in law enforcement. Including stuff, that's one better year and a half. They did? shut down for a little while. And then, you know,
So we've got a few things outside of meetings in November and December in the past. We haven't done it lately. Donating directly to the food bank. But when we were delivering the certificates and then in December on the cookies, we usually get, remember, I think 4 to 8 people that come out and go around and make the deliveries. Well, saying that how Christmas card for Meals on Wheels.
I haven't been there since school started. I go every day.
So my cousin was playing the piano in the back of the house. Andy was there. And there was no place, I mean, there was no place. So my cousin said, "We're going to the piano." She played the board, he had to come over. I told her, "Go ahead." You know,
And also like, anything you need.
I didn't know Andy was
that I
there.
can print.
Oh, okay, I was just thinking.
Yeah.
And then you'll come around and say, "Did you go on there?" And I said, "No."
Christmas
And
carol.
then we were
Doing that first week of December.
Oh, yeah, and
So
you
we
dress
got,
up.
we kind of type on.
Oh,
Oh, what's his name?
Alan Ellis.
Somebody, great man, so you people didn't pick.
We got out in September.
Oh, and I went by it, morning.
So we went from there to the athletic director.
He was the assistant for a little bit.
We are doing,
You got sugar, you gotta stay on the sugar back.
We have a lot of turmoil right now.
Where's, yeah, I went and visited him last week.
So did you like the way this thing went? You said you saw it.
Our nomination is kind of.
What an amazing event.
Sugar diet, you're done.
You said provincial post?
I worked double
Just
time.
off the road, it's not the town, not the-
Both Allen County and Perk County.
Yeah.
So, I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
we're looking
Monday.
for a president and a treasurer.
And I worked here in the week.
Right now, we've got.
And I had no time off. So it's easy on that relationship, right?
You've been doing that for,
I mean, that's,
Since March.
really, we got 9 other.
So my wife said, we're gonna go get some sod.
Like, no, another
She
one.
could, she looked,
Really,
she could find it.
rain really brought them down.
I thought the rain was over. That salon 130. So we were out on the side this year. And then, you know, she dressed up, I'm walking around. Yeah.
I got one that's bald and one that hasn't lost the leaf yet.
I'm on the curve.
Yeah. Anyways, we went over there, bought some there.
Last thing I did.
They agreed to it, it's probably 2006. Yeah, no, it was a lot of
You
fun.
know, so when you came over, did you go?
Oh, yeah.
Like many organizations, people don't run for office, they run from office.
I talked to Brian at that.
Had to resign my commissioner position.
it's more like 900.
Yeah, I thought it was. Talking to the girls or something. Very good
Sometimes, no, we don't now.
I have to live here though, and I don't live here yet.
Oh, that's true.
Then they had us.
I have to tell people.
I resigned, but they were like, just let us know, let us apply. And eventually, I'm like, 5 months or maybe like 5 years or so, where it's kind of, the career kind of,
You always wonder if you're gonna.
you know, is a little bit more.
One word, you were looking for it technically being counted.
Sort of, it's like the library, the city will appoint people, just like all the municipalities appoint people to the library board.
There you go.
Exactly.
I like Florida.
Everybody. Oh, yeah.
45
I have my feet on it. That's my
They,
favorite.
good ones too.
Not every meal.
I lived in town, I lived in the historical house.
I like Gun Lake too. Now,
Mason corner of Old Town. You know
My
that aerial sketch of
folks was
Mason?
indoor when I was
Part of the house
longer with us, so we don't
was on that sketch.
No, I heard they were working on
I always
it.
tell people it's hotter to live.
By,
I liked it because they had a beautiful school. So I go there.
Right, my house over on.
I thought it was just a little further to the north from there. At that balloon shop.
Half price on prime rib.
But you could see through the house, how the house had grown over the century. In fact, we were surprised when we were reading,
What you got there?
doing some work in the bedroom upstairs. We found that there were gable ends embedded in the wall. So it used to be basically, a one-story cabin. And then it got up and out, it added a kitchen wing, and then they bumped out, the main two-story around.
still that core,
Yeah,
still in there.
yeah, and you can, you go down to the basement and you see the beams, sill plates from the original size.
Everything we do to our new house. Have to kind of pull back any horse that I use because I used to have 100 plus year old house in Lincoln. Where everything is ancient, yeah, there's no both beams, so I'm drilling into things like, everything's made of cement, it's going straight through the wall. Really was great.
We found,
She's probably glad.
working on a room that when we bought the house, it just had a shower in it, just off the kitchen. We turned into a half bath. And when we tore the paneling off the wall, we discovered that instead of it being built with 2x4s, it's built with 4x2s. They turn them sideways to get an extra couple inches of room. And if you put in windows that opened out,
Nice to
right
work.
next to the window, you would have been trespassing in the neighbor's driveway. And the lot description, because the house had been extended and the stuff done before anybody got the survey. So the lot description had so much of the neighboring lot down to about 2 feet past the north end of the house. And then it came over and had an appropriate amount of square footage off of our lot that wasn't there, going back to the far end.
You know that house on the library?
Yeah.
Walk sideways through it. My parents are stuck with it. Project renovations, to have those property lines just like that.
Well, we didn't, we cared back in the 1870s.
That's good.
The house next to us had a full-size barn in the back. The story was that it'd been owned by the sheriff, and the sheriff would put up prisoners in the barn, and they'd pull them out for road work. They'd hire them out, they'd put them up in the barn. Yeah, and we're talking turn of the 20th century, or maybe even before that, but yeah. Is there any truth to that? I don't know, but it's a good story.
Doesn't hook up quite the same.
I can't remember if it was here or Rotary. All of the fires that made that far back, so like, Rotary. It's really cool.
Slender and all his facial features show, as opposed to being kind of buried.
They're
Only had a cancel.
very, very, very quickly.
Sandy Perry is just about, or she's working on a presentation about the Hall family of the library.
Really.
To give next year. So as soon as I get a date, I'll let you know.
I just thought
Here it comes.
photos.
Lynn says it's tail twister time.
And the house that was there before the library. Got them last week, so she needs those.
Probably does, yeah.
Only if it was.
I'll just email her. Tell her Heather's got some new stuff. I still need information from her about presentation in November. I have to make something up.
No, but we'd love it from what we got.
Usually one today.
It's supposed to be the answers on the candy bar.
I still got better honeys up here.
Speaking of which, number, you're
Yeah,
welcome.
thanks for saying.
Anytime.
Oh, no.
How big is it?
It's gone through 3 owners.
Just I gave away some of this money last night.
It's no longer worth $1 million. It was when they built it.
We brought out there, we talked about it. Yeah, we're out here to bring the value down a little bit.
We were just, moving up with one of the town the other day, his grandson, helped with him. The grandson. So that's President's garage. Going around and around.
Oh my
I have
God.
a few more that I know what it should be, but I don't recognize them as candy bars.
And amazing.
I might as well get my dollar out now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I got it now. That's good, I think it's all easy.
No,
Can we go back to the counter there?
Yeah, there's a couple answers right there. There's a couple more in the trunk too. Sort of accumulating things for the Halloween and Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Friday. So I bought a bag of, I looked to make sure it was something that didn't have peanuts in it.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Yeah, so I was gonna take a bag of candy.
All the kids used to eat that.
Make sure it wasn't even made in a factory.
It's a really cool area.
Yeah, that's all you do. So,
What, is that by Montague?
South.
South of Montague.
Not gonna be up a little bit north there, Edenway.
Yes.
I know long.
Trainless is smart first. So if anybody comes by with a pink pail or a teal pail, just put something.
So,
Please just give it.
a lot of comes.
Get a next one, so you can
And this is, we found out that the most popular toilet of the 3 toilets that we give out.
Made in China.
but yeah, you're right. Those are really nice.
The parents and grandparents.
We got a really good.
Well, then you pay the choice. So they
Everybody's got their own version.
you gotta be left.
We'll be gone before then. Imagine. Why, we're gonna be gone before we leave. Oh, you wanna try one?
Yeah.
Well, there's sort of
Some of those things.
three.
Oh, yeah. there's-
Share the building out
Yeah.
in schools.
Couple of this there. Stuff back.
Run this.
More sugar. Oh, yeah.
Bought some little one.
They would change the heat a little bit, and they did something with the front doors. Go
Yeah.
get rid of our building.
Liquid chocolate.
Chalk markers,
So-
yeah, I did a lot of that actually, cause I
bought
did
it
that.
one
One back out. You know, we just had that truck stabbing.
Bought some good ones, recently, switching the signage in, Amazon. The signage in the bookstore, I bought a chalkboard.
Pencil, I don't.
Nice, it's nice out.
No, I don't want
It
it.
is.
This is kind of tough one. They're all kind of tough.
Oh,
It looks like everybody's kind of getting there. Kind of, sort of. I thought this would be a fun one.
Ready for,
The first one is a gimme.
yeah.
Okay, how about number 2? Number 3? Number 4? Next? And 6?
Starburst.
7?
Get 'em out of money.
8? Yeah, everybody's great. How about 9? 10? 11? 12? 13? All right, now who's got 14?
I do, crunch.
Crunch, all right. How about number 15?
Payday.
That sounds good. 16?
Whoppers.
All right.
Oh, Whoppers, Whoppers, yeah. Oh, Whoppers.
17?
Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue. I get it.
Yeah, and how about 18? Yeah.
Oh,
Milk duds.
Oh.
I didn't get that one either.
Oh, we should've got that one.
No, I should've got Whoppers.
I missed that.
Anybody get them all?
Oh, I didn't make up your own.
Did you really? You don't need to.
I didn't read it.
Well, I didn't read it.
Oh, and everybody gets a piece of candy. Everybody gets candy.
Remember when you were in school? They told you to read it first, then you could skip so many. Remember that?
And I could.
We didn't have a teacher like that.
I should have had no more too. Another one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a little late.
You remember Don Edging?
That's pretty soon.
I know you can chew it.
Right before. He was a history teacher.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was a good teacher. He didn't get away with nothing. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate that one.
Oh, yeah. Side. We can outline this.
meeting back to order.
They do that, they told me that today.
Seems like everybody was thinking alike tonight with Doug bringing candy and the tail twisting event is candy related too. So I guess we have Halloween on our minds. Tonight we'd like to welcome Police Chief Mark Rigglesworth. He's been with the city now for a few months.
6 months, yeah.
6 months, okay. He's from a family of law enforcement officers, and he's had a lot of experiences of his own in law enforcement. He's a patrol, field training officer, narcotics, road patrol sergeant, and captain. Graduated from the MSU School Road College of Business and also from the MSU School of Staff and Command. Please join me in giving Chief Rigglesworth a warm welcome.
David, did you guys have Rob here last night?
It was at the Historic Center,
Historic
yeah.
Center.
Ask Doug.
Sorry, I was just gonna ask her that question, because one of my old sergeants, who's an author now, is coming over here to talk about one of his books, so.
He was good.
Was he? Yeah, he's.
Very good.
Great storyteller.
Yeah, so anyways, thank you. My name is Mark Rigglesworth. You guys probably have heard of my last name. So I am the youngest of the 3 Rigglesworth boys. Grew up in Holt, Michigan, right down the road, over behind Edgewood Roller Rink, Schoolcraft Street. Really enjoyed growing up over there. When I was 13, my dad was elected sheriff, and then he was sheriff for 100 years. Okay, 28, 7 terms. You know, when I was 13 and he was elected, the State Journal the next day actually said that he was beat by they got it wrong. But back then they had a residence over at the jail. It's still there actually, believe it or not. It's where they're doing the construction project at for the construction company. But so even though my roots aren't necessarily in Mason, I spent a lot of time in Mason growing up and working here. And I worked for a construction company just south of town for many years in college, Capital Barricading, and down at Causey's Yard, down there, Plains and Meridian, if you know the Causeys from Leslie. So I went to Hull High School, went right from Hull High School to Michigan State University, got my 4-year degree in Human Resource Management from the road school. I wanted to do something, I always wanted to be a police officer, but it sounded super fun, and I still think it's really fun too. But I wanted to get a degree that kind of diversified myself a little bit. So graduated college when I was 21. Went right to the police academy and graduated from the police academy when I was 22 in 1 month. And got hired in Eaton County, and I did 25 years there, and I loved it. I enjoyed it over there. It was a really great place to work. I've fallen a few hard times lately. But while I was there, I was a deputy working out of Delta Township and the county. I was a sergeant, field training officer, just like she said. One of the coolest jobs I had was I was lieutenant in charge of the Delta Patrol. So in essence, I was the police chief for Delta Township for about 4 to 5 years. And I think you guys probably know a little bit about Delta Township. It's busy. There's 3 interstates that run through it, and there's M43, and there's a GM plant, and all sorts of stuff. So, but I had a really blessed career over there, and as my career was getting towards the 25-year mark, I was trying to figure out what my next thing was. I'm 40. I just turned 47, and I feel like I got a lot left in the tank, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm still young. And, so the Mason Police Chief posting opened up in early this year, and I said, the timing doesn't work. It just doesn't work. But I said, yeah, I'm gonna put in for it anyways. So I put in for it, and it worked out. So the city was gracious enough to kind of be patient with me, to allow me to be part-time, and got 2 really good sergeants to help through that time, and a good group of officers, and we weren't without some craziness within that time period. We had that triple stabbing here just a few weeks ago over Sycamore Village that the department did awesome with. So yeah, I finally got done with Eaton County 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, I was done with my 25 years there, so I'm full-time here now, and I'm really enjoying it. So I wasn't able to get to a lot of the events downtown because I worked weekends over in Eaton County, but just this weekend, my wife and I were here for the Witches on the Town event, and we had a blast. So I thought it was a super cool event. I thought, what an amazing time for all these businesses and around the town. So A little bit about my family. I have 3 boys. My oldest actually is a police officer. He works for Ottawa County, which is Grand Haven area, west side right in the Lake Shore. He's been there for a year and a half, so that's kind of cool to see the legacy still rolling there. Then I've got 2 boys. I've got a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old that go to Holt. We live just south of Dimondale, just in Eaton County is where we live. A little bit about the Mesa Police Department. I used to be able to say we're one of the only full-staff police departments around here. I can't say that anymore. So we just had our detective leave. A troubling trend within the law enforcement profession is people that are just getting out of the profession before their time. They're just like, I've had enough. And she only had 8.5 years that she'd had enough. So she had a job outside the profession. We're happy for her, and she left on good terms, but I got to kind of get back into hiring mode and get somebody hired. So working on that, but I think the city does some really good things for their employees, so I think we'll get there. We really want to work with the schools, and one of the things that I really wanted to do was put a cop back in the schools. We used to have a cop that worked in the school years ago, and that kind of went away, but I think Mason's the type of community, I think Mason Public Schools is a good place to have a cop in the schools. Obviously, there's a lot of positives and security, and obviously things that are going on nationally, it would be a really good thing. You guys probably know we've got a canine, Tamarack. You guys ever seen Tamarack, our canine? Has he ever come to Lions at all? Would you guys ever like him to come to Lions? Or ever come to Lions? We have a canine, which we're a smaller agency with a canine, but been a great tool. The team is getting their feet wet with tracking and stuff, but Hayden Wildfong is the officer that handles the dog, and Hayden looks like he's 12 years old, but he really is like 26. But, they're doing really well, and that's a really cool thing that we have. So yeah, I gotta hire somebody right now. We gotta backfill the detective. You know, maybe we can leverage some grants to get somebody back into school. So I think it's exciting times for us. You know, nationally, obviously, it's a very big challenge right now with law enforcement and staffing levels, and just like any other profession, but we really fall in hard times right now. So, what else? I've talked a little bit. Do you guys have some questions for me? Anything about the department or anything?
How many officers do you have?
So we have 8. We have 8 officers, 2 sergeants, a detective spot that's unfilled, and myself. We have 12 sworn. Then we got a full-time staff services person, and then 2 part-time. So a total of 15. So, and you guys obviously know we have that bottom left part of City Hall, which is a really, really nice building. We got 4 Explorer patrol cars. We're getting ready to get a new one. We're actually going to get our second hybrid patrol car coming up. With a city like Mason, it's perfect. It really, really saves a lot of gas. So we get our second hybrid patrol car. We got Axon body-worn cameras, which are kind of like the industry standard across the country. Nice thing is LPD, Ingham County, a lot of other departments have the same system, so we can share videos back and forth. We're getting ready to get new Axon in-car as well, so that's coming. So yeah, I think it's been, you know, credit to Don Hanson and Deb Stewart. They've really set the department up in a really good position. It's a good group of people, and I'm excited to kind of take the next step with them. A little about my personality style is I like relationship building. I like sitting down and talking to people, and that's why I really wanted to come over here. I wanted to have a chance to go. I come here frequently. You can ask Jamie. I come in here probably every other day, maybe twice a day, just to meet with people and sit down and talk about things and learn about the city and learn about different things. So I've enjoyed that. You know, at Eaton County, it was just kind of like, you just take the call and you kind of move on and take the call. I don't want to do that. I want to be the type of police chief that builds relationships and works with people who live in the city. So that's been fun. My first day, Tom Shaver was just out the other side of town. He came and met with me on my first full-time day, and we sat down here and talked about everything Mason. So, But it's been a great 6 months. We've had a couple high stress incidents that I think folks have handled really well. For the most part, people like Mason because it's a quiet community that their kids go to school and we raise our kids and we embrace the farming people and everything, and we want to keep it that way. We want to keep it a nice, quiet, safe community where people can come downtown and see their friends and socialize. So that's our goal, is to keep it Mason, keep it the Mason that you guys know. So, but that's our staffing level. Sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent. And you're the former the fire chief?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You know my dad?
Yeah, this one knows your dad.
Oh,
Yeah, I was his professor at LCC.
Yeah?
Tells you how old I am.
did you work at the same place?
No, we had Haddix Key Shop downtown.
Ah, gotcha.
I worked one with narcotics and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Open safes and all that.
Yeah. He had a pretty cool decorated career. He's got lots of stories, that guy, for sure. So, old school stories. And, my parents are ultra volunteers. They volunteer all day long, every day. My mom's part of South Lansing Business Alliance, Christian Services, Give a Kid a Backpack, Give a Kid a Christmas. My dad does Tuesday Toolman. They are ultra volunteers, and good for them. Every once in a while, I'm like, hey, I need to pick up my kids. Can you help me pick up the kids and break up the volunteer work? So, but yeah, things are going well. If you ever want to give me a shout and just meet up and have some coffee here or get together, please give me a call. I'm always interested in doing that and just seeing what makes you guys tick and how we can become a better police department to help the residents of Mason. So, yes, sir.
You had any thoughts besides the school officer of reaching out to the kids?
Well, yeah, I think my biggest thing right now is getting the resource officer in there to work with the kids. But we're in the schools all the time. What I've done we have 4 schools within the city limits, but obviously we support Aurelius and Allen, North Aurelius and Allen as well. Every day shift officer, I've assigned them a school. They don't take all the calls at the school if there's a call, but I want them once a week getting in the school. I know all the principals. Steel Street, we were at the ribbon cutting. The middle school, they've got a new security officer down there. We work in tandem with them. So, we had the open house at the city. We did a bunch of different stuff for kids. We have Tamarack, the K-9, interacting with kids all the time. So I think the more we can do, the better. Halloween, I think my wife's gonna come in. We're gonna jump in a patrol car. We're gonna hand out candy, drive all over the city, and hand out candy out of the patrol car. So, yeah, I think the more we can interact with kids, the better. And if you have an idea, because I'm not the person that does all the ideas, let me know. Go ahead.
I do. I would love it if you were one of your officers to come and visit the Mason Public Library for a story time.
Okay.
You mentioned Halloween. One of my favorite memories when I first bought my house, I'm from Lansing, on the east side of Lansing, was the first year we were there. And we were on the corner of Fernwood and North Magnolia, new to that neighborhood. And on Halloween, we get maybe 250 kids easily. Lansing Police LPD pulled up and we thought, oh man, something's going down. No, they pulled right into the intersection, popped their trunk, it was full of candy, and kids came from everywhere.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that, and it just popped that memory in my head, and I thought, what an awesome thing, so.
And when I was the Lieutenant in Delta, I did the same thing, and I would try and go to the outer reaches of Delta Township, like I was out on St. Joe, just like one of the way I envision things when we go out on Monday, like I'm gonna go out to Eugenia, and I'm gonna go out to some places that are a little bit farther from downtown and drive around. I mean, we'll come down here as well, but, kind of those outer reaches of the city, and see how those kids walk around and see that stuff.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'll give you my card.
Yeah, please email me, and if we can set something up, I think the more of that stuff we do, the better. I think when you live in the city of Mason, I think you're expecting a level of service from the city and from your police department that's gonna be above and beyond what you're gonna get from other police agencies. And I think residents of the city expect us to go a little bit above and beyond, and I agree. I want our folks to go above and beyond, and they do. We were just helping an elderly gentleman the other day on Randolph the other day, and they went above and beyond to try and figure out some things for him, so, I think that's part of living in the city, and I think that our folks wanna go above and beyond, so, and luckily, they don't work in a department, which, like I just said, Eaton County, where it's just clearing calls. You take one crash, you move on, you go into another crash. You know, I want our guys, if they can, calls willing, to dive really deep in that and try and, you know, come to the best resolution they can to whatever that is.
You might need to learn how to kill bats.
What? I've been to a few bat calls in my life, and I try not to kill them if I don't have to. So, but I have done that, and I've got one that's kind of like snuck into my 3 Seasons room behind my house. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Anybody knows anything, let me know. So.
We probably exchange bats when you live just up the street
Yeah,
from
very
us.
could possibly done, but we did kill him, you'd need a tennis racket.
Any other questions for me? No.
No more questions? I have a couple things for you here.
Okay.
We'd like to present you with a Lions pen.
Thank you.
And a folder of information about the Mason Lions Club and Lions International. Thanks so much for being
Yeah,
here.
thank you. And I'm serious. If you ever just wanna pick my brain and come up with bestsellers and share a cup of coffee, I'll put you in a schedule. We'll definitely do it. So thank you for dinner.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
And we're heading into our business meeting now, which you're welcome to stay for if you like, and you're not obligated to do so.
I'll stick around.
Okay.
Good.
Well, next up on the schedule is our secretary's report from Secretary Doug.
Tonight, you don't have to turn your agenda over because it's not there. It's a separate sheet. I must have set my printer up wrong. But the minutes are there from the last meeting, and those were sent out a couple days ago.
Any comments, suggestions, corrections? Hearing none, do we have a motion to accept? Moved. Second? All in favor? Aye. Okay, we'll call it a good one. Thank you, Doug. Treasurer's report.
Oh, just one other thing, kind of fits with secretary because we did get something in the mail, right?
Oh,
Thank you note.
oh, yes, we got a thank you note from Mason Promise. And we'll just pass that around. She was here at our last meeting and talked, and we gave her a donation. This is her thank you note. Okay, anything else from you, Doug?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, Rich, if you'll give us the treasurer's report, please.
So the administrative account has got $7,106.39. The gaming account has got $5,778.97. And the donations account has got $4,610.56.
Okay, any questions about what we've got in the bank? Okay, motion to accept?
Move to accept.
Second, okay. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Leo Club report.
I think I was at the last Leo Club meeting that they had, which was on the 14th. And they didn't have school last week, or the following Friday, and they're not gonna have a meeting this week either. But what they decided to do was to sell what they called candy grams at lunch hours to raise money for the crop walk. And they had to come, most of the time was spent trying to figure out exactly how to get this candy out to the people. Now, it wasn't really candy, it was fruit juice, because Amber didn't want to have anything that had anything to do with peanuts. So she went with the fruit juice, but the kids went ahead and they put the candy gram slip along with the fruit juice, and they sorted them into boxes. So it was an interesting thing how they did it. Let's see what else. We gave a pin to Lindsay for help. Her family gave the most money to the crop walk, so we gave her a 100 pin from our Lions. And let's see what else. Let's see. That was about it. So anyway, our total team with the $41 the Leos brought in $476. So added to our 163 from the Lions, our team brought in $639. So I've updated our report for that.
Okay, very good.
Before we go on from the Leos, we do need someone for December 9th to go to the Leos Club. So, if you're available, let see me. Otherwise, we're set for November. Dave's going on the 4th, Doug's on the 11th, and I'm on the 18th, and I'm sure they're not having school on the 25th because that's Thanksgiving.
And I
I'll
think
take
I'm
that
down
day.
for December 2nd.
Yes, you are.
Okay,
So just the 9th.
okay. Well, if nobody else signs up, I'll take the night too.
I'm sure somebody, Jenny said she would.
Okay, very good. Okay, old business, committee sign-up,
We still have the committee sign-up sheet back here. We can pass that around again. But we do have a number of people on there already for the Christmas party, I noticed, which is good.
okay. And while that's going around, oh, do you have something else?
Just the next thing to pass around.
Oh, okay, the sign-ups for the poker party are coming up too, for the Texas Hold'em.
He's not gonna be here.
Okay, Dave, could you give us an update on football, please?
Well, we've got a couple of weeks off, which is good. Next game is the 12th. No time yet. We're staying late, and I think I already have 3 people to stay late, so that's good. So again, 2 hours before kickoff, you gotta be there. If not before. You're playing Indiana? Or
No,
Illinois?
I think it's Rutgers, isn't it? Hey, one's Rutgers and the other's
Yeah.
Indiana.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
They're playing Rutgers.
Rutgers. And of course, they're playing Michigan this coming weekend.
Thank goodness it's not in Lansing. East Lansing.
No, other than that, everything seems to be going good, and Williamston site has fallen off. They only had 5 people there last time. But we're not needing as many because they've got some automatic scanners, so.
Jenny,
Anybody doing glasses? I have a bag of glasses in my back room.
Cynthia Leonard.
I'll pick them up, I got about 1,000 pair right there.
Okay,
I just got a call from, IDOT today, the box is overflowing, so.
Oh, really?
okay, did everybody get a bestsellers coupon? Jamie asked me to pass them out. Everybody's got one? Okay, because there are a few more here. She said, hand them out generously, so they're still there. New business, let's see. One item, this is from Terry this evening. He said that he's covered Andy's dues for the upcoming season, but since he's hardly ever able to come here, he's asked to be placed on at-large status so that he doesn't have to pay for meals.
So moved.
Okay, we've got a motion.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's carried, so we'll place him on at-large status, please.
Just an update, I should have done this during the secretary's report, but I got this note from the state. It started out with the word greetings. And I flashed back to my draft board, but anyway, but this is the approval for our poker party. So our poker room. Rich and I are trying to, and Karen's been working on it too, trying to figure out exactly what Stan did. And we're still doing it. We're still trying to figure out what Stan did. We figured out he did a lot.
Oh, yeah, we appreciate the work that he did. Well, speaking of Stan, do we have an update on him? I understand he's moved now.
Yeah, he's moved to, used to be Tender Care South, it's now called Navy Lodge Capital Area. Got him up, sat on the side of the bed yesterday, first time in I don't know how many months.
Okay.
Did get very busy.
But that's progress though.
It is
That's good to hear.
progress. That's progress.
Okay, could you maybe send an email to me and then I can blast it to say what his address is, maybe, so either, does he want visitors?
Yeah, Dave's been up.
Okay, could, otherwise send emails or call, or does he want calls?
Is it Meadow Lodge or is it provincial?
It's called Medi Lodge.
Medi Lodge, okay, it's on Provincial Avenue or Lane or whatever it is up there,
Barnes and, no, not Barnes, Aurelius and
Aurelius.
Kavanaugh.
Okay,
just north of Kavanaugh.
email saying what would be helpful to you and Stan both.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Any other new business we need to cover? Cindy?
Just an announcement, I don't know if you're interested in any international things that happen at MSU, but on November 13th, they have, what they call a International Global Day, and they usually have activities in the union at MSU. Different, international students will put on singing or dancing, they'll have displays, and then there is a sale of things that people have donated when they've taken trips. It's from like 1 o'clock until, say, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, though I'd say if you're gonna come from 1 to 3 or 4. But it's been going on for several years. It did not happen during the pandemic, but they're starting it up again.
Sounds interesting.
And our next speaker is going to be from Bangladesh, from the MSU student group,
Who is a lion?
who is a lion.
Yeah.
She is.
Cool. Okay, any other new business or announcements? Terry?
Just an announcement, I just got the okay to put our mint container back at A&W, which was always our best one. And we haven't had it for a couple of years, almost 3 years because of COVID, but he's letting us put it back on the counter, so
Okay, great.
we'll have that at A&W again.
Okay, that's good. Anything else? Then it's time for 50-50 and Joker Draw.
50/50 is worth $13. What's your number, Ken?
It's a winner. It's a winning number. Two winning numbers.
Last three, 027. Draw 'em again.
Draw again, it wasn't mine.
That one I don't
Jennifer.
have to worry about.
I wasn't looking, so.
She couldn't see that far anyway.
Okay, Joker draw. The winner would take home $39.50.
Come on.
What we got? What do we have
I
here?
got it, 495.
Nope, 490.
490.
490.
480.
490.
Mine's too.
Let's say 480.
490. I meant 94. What was it?
490. 490. Is that
Oh
you?
my God, I only.
Well, let's see what we got.
John.
He can.
But I don't get the money.
Yeah, I hope you win it.
Yeah.
I have
Or
I just like being Dave.
Yeah.
Doing a webinar tomorrow.
I like being Dave, well,
We had to keep
110%.
it, like, they know how far you go.
I'll find out
Like,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah.
1, 6.
Oh.
We'll just keep drawing and drawing.
Six of spades.
Darn it.
6 of spades.
I
All right.
had, I had to learn a lot about raffles.
Here, well, nope, you missed it by 2.
Oh,
Missed it by 2.
no. I think we had to give it to him.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Chicken did one, and then.
Let it build up a little more.
All right.
Oh, really?
Business schools.
Okay, does anybody else have anything else that they'd like to announce or ask or anything else? If not, then I'd like a motion to adjourn.
Again.
So moved. Second?
Yep, thank you.
All in favor? Everybody. All righty. Thanks for being here again tonight, and we'll see you next time.
Nice to meet you.
I don't know what you guys do, so I don't even know.
Oh, the closest to the number.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Almost got their contract. Yeah, which
Kenny
is
got it.
awesome.
Kenny got it.
Or-
Doesn't seem right.
It's interesting that I've done that.
What the heck's that crappy?
So you guys.
I gotta see what kind of candy is left.
You got crappy candy.
City property, you probably can't put it up.
Black cow. Well, that's a good one.
I'm really glad you're doing that, 'cause I'm not.
Heath
using
bar.
that anymore.
That's a good one.
And I'm not doing an
I
open
know, I
house
gotta
this
get
year,
some more,
so,
unless you wanna buy them.
like, you guys doing Santa's huge.
Hey,
Can you believe it's time to put all this stuff out? Yeah, that's day after Thanksgiving.
See everybody.
What's that?
thanks, Mark.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, your dad always likes to tell people that I was his professor.
Yeah?
When he was finishing up his Northwood degree.
Yeah.
He went to LCC
Uh-huh.
for those classes. And,
Good.
so,
All right, have a good night.
makes me feel really old.